Hey, what's up, YouTube? It's David back again. I want to say I'm sorry because I've taken a lot of time off. I haven't actually recorded for a while, and I've just been busy with some projects at home. As you can see, I'm in my garage. I'm busy working on my car that's behind me right now. And as I was working, I thought about something that's been going through my mind. So I was like, I'm gonna take a pause and I'm gonna record this video because I think it's something important that I also want to share with you guys. Before I go along, I want to say thank you to all my supporters. I want to say thank you to all the people that have been watching. If my video has definitely helped you, share it. That's the only thing I'm asking. Just share it. Tell a friend about it. We all trying to get better every day. We all trying to, it doesn't hurt to share good news to your friend or something that could possibly help your friend or a family member or someone that you may know. And this information is free to everybody and anyone that acquires it, right? But without further ado, I want to talk about a thing that everybody seems to not really understand. And when I mean understand, I mean like it's one of those things that people seem to have a problem attaining or acquiring. And the topic is pursuit of happiness, right? Like when you tell someone, when some people get happy, temporarily, and some people get discouraged, and but like when you talk about happiness, how would you define happiness in your own term? And I've had a lot of people seek happiness in various things. It could be a materialistic thing to spiritual thing to emotional thing to someone. But I think the most dangerous of all is finding happiness in someone, right? I think everybody kind of knows that's top common knowledge. Some of the things I also want to talk about was finding yourself, why you find happiness, what makes you happy, right? What do you find yourself doing 9 out of 10 times that allows you to smile more, allows you to be happy, allows you to giggle. Sometimes we all giggle with ourselves. I've done it. I've giggled with myself before. Sometimes I made myself about the things I do. And it wasn't always like that, right? I think we've all had different phases in life where happiness comes and it comes in different variations. So I think happiness is definitely one of those things and one of those charisma, one of those characters that somebody should possess in life, because happiness definitely changed the way you think. It changed the way you think, it changed the way you act, it changed the way you view others as well as you view yourself, and it changed the way you move, right? When you're happy, and people call it you glowing, you're always smiling. I'm as happy as I can be, right? I find myself doing what I actually love to do the most. I'm doing the things I love to do, some of my hobbies are right behind me. Some of you that know me, I like working on cars, and it's one of those things that makes me happy. And some people turn their passion, which makes them happy, into a money making machine, right? A monetary equivalent. That was hard, but yeah, monetary equivalent. And I think it's good that people do that, because sometimes you get pushed into things that doesn't make you happy, but you do it because of circumstances, right? You kind of have no choice. And I kind of want to say that for every human being in this life, there's always a choice, right? You get to have a choice at something. It might not be right away, right? But everybody gets to have a choice at something. And some people choose to squander that choice because they think they're far beyond gone. Or some people just think they don't need the choice right now. They don't need to make choices like that right now. And I'm sure you've heard this before, people making bad choices, because of they're not being happy. It has to do with happiness, right? If you're happy, you will always make good choices. Now, are your choices going to be always right? The chances that they will always be wrong is 70%. It's proven that most of the choices you make are 70%. That's why a lot of humans make more mistakes than not. And it's because the mistakes are there for you to learn. Now, does everybody grab that concept? Not everyone grabs the concept, because in some people's ideas, they see a mistake as being failure, or it's not right for me, or I need to try a different method or something like that. So everybody says that differently. So when I refer about happiness, right, it's doing the thing that you love to do without being questioned, without being motivated, without even thinking about it. You know, there's something that drives a human being to high grounds, right? To high success is finding what you love to do, finding what makes you happy, finding out how to make money off of that. It doesn't have to be money. It could be spiritual happiness. It could be educational purposes. It could be various things, right? So finding out how to make your happiness work in your favor. And most people do not know what makes them happy. So it's kind of hard for them to find the second part. And so you have a lot of people bouncing from job to job, or bouncing from career to career, or degree to degree. They don't really know what they want to do. It's not a bad thing, right? But if you don't take note of that pattern and you don't address it right away, then it could become an issue, right? So like you ask a lot of people like, oh, so what do you see yourself doing? Most people go to the typical stuff, right? But they really don't think about like if they've gauged your life on that concept of like, okay, so I want to be a nurse, but do I know what it takes to be a nurse? I mean, I know it takes hard work, but am I going to be happy by being a nurse? What am I supposed to be getting out of this by being a nurse? And like most times when I ask people, like, why did you pick? People tell me like, oh, I'm going to school for this, I'm going to school for that. And I ask people like general question, like, so what inspired you to pick that major? And like, it's got to be a reason, something pushed you to go there. It's not. And sometimes people give me an answer like, I like helping people. I like figuring things out. Like it makes me happy. I like problem solving. It makes me happy. It makes me feel satisfied. And some people just have no answer. It's one of those things where it's like you gotta be that person that moves based on your happiness. Now, I've always classified education as being a useful resource, but it's never always paved the way to success. I'm sure a lot of you know that by now. And I say this because, I mean, you look at the generation of today, there's a lot more you can do without education. A lot more you can do without education. And like, some people are definitely finding things that I like to do that makes them happy, and creating a monetary equivalent to that. And it's definitely a good thing, because you want to do what you love to do while you live, because you only get to do this life once, right? Like I lost my dad at a very young age, and it doesn't get me today, but what gets me is how quick life is, right? And like you look at yourself and you try to gauge yourself, like, how could I get happy? How could I make sure that all my days on earth, I am happy almost all the time? There's gonna be there's gonna be emotions here and there, but finding a way to bring the happiness out of even the worst case scenarios. How could I do that? Now, to start off with that, you need to know yourself. You need to know yourself. You need to have evaluated yourself. Who are you as a person? Who are you? What is your strength? What are your weaknesses? What is your go-to? What is the stuff that you can do without? Evaluate yourself. Self-evaluation is definitely the first step to take in finding happiness, right? I mean, like, have some of you ever sat down long enough and just thought about positive ideas, and you just have the smile on your face. You're like, that would be cool. That would also be cool. This is probably not gonna work, but it doesn't hurt giving it a chance. Like, you like, your mind is a muscle, just like every other part every other part of your body. Even like the smallest part of your body, including your finger, it's got muscles on it. So if you strengthen your mind to think a certain way, over a long period of time, it will think a certain way. It doesn't have to be induced with force. It comes naturally, because your mind has picked up on the subconscious level at your base thinking, and it's able to work with you, because that's the information you're willing to provide it, right? It's all about being aware of who you are, being aware of your surroundings, taking the very best note of what you see every day. And if it's positive, you find a way to make it better. And if it's not positive, you find a way to switch it. I mean, there was a time I had a flat tire, and there was so many things that happened all along in the same day, and it was almost like one of those things where you're like, damn, the day couldn't just get any worse. But I got in my car. I had a long drive. I got in my car. I played some music. I was singing. I was laughing. Before I knew, I kind of forgot what happened, right? And it's one of those things where, like, if you're genuinely a happy person, you will stay happy. You're gonna remain happy, no matter what life throws at you. You're gonna stay happy because you would have known. You would know how to channel that energy that you want, right? Like, you want to really channel the energy of happiness into your everyday life. And I think it's important for each and every one of you to be happy. So I hope you find happiness in your everyday life. If you find yourself thinking about negative things, ask yourself why you think these things. Ask yourself what you can do to improve your mental state of mind, your mental thinking, your mental capacity, your mental drive. Surround yourself with things that motivate you. Surround yourself with things that makes you happy. Surround yourself with people that makes you happy, that brings the best qualities out of you, and find a way to capitalize on that. And I promise, once you do those things, you're gonna find out that you're much more happier in person, and that's gonna open the gate and doors for various things in your life. So I hope this video helped you out. I hope this talk helped you out. I'm gonna get back to what I'm doing, but I want you guys to have a very wonderful day. Stay safe and stay blessed, guys. Peace.